Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the future for 2024 for the sign of Capricorn. Now, if you don't know your Vedic sidereal ascendant or moon sign, then you must find out, because you cannot be using your Western tropical placements here for what I'm talking about, or it will be incorrect. So you're in luck. If you don't know, you can go to my website where I have a free chart calculator. Go to galacticcenter.org, and when you go to the free chart calculator, put in all of your information and then scroll down all the way to the bottom where it says AS and MO. Those are the two signs I want you to listen to. It's for your ascendant and your moon sign. And that if you find that you are Capricorn, then you're listening to the right predictions for 2024. Now, while you're at my website, galacticcenter.org, please make sure that you sign up for my free newsletter. You will get all of my predictions delivered to your email address every week. And also, don't forget, check out my Patreon page where you're going to get discounts on so many things that I offer, books and classes. Plus, we have weekly classes where we meet every week live. So you won't want to miss Patreon. Go there, and yes, I want to get to know you there. So let's continue on. And let's talk about the year 2024 for Capricorn. So Capricorn, now if you have your moon or your ascendant in Capricorn, then the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction has been in your fourth house. Now, it's going to continue to be in your fourth house all the way till May. So we still have a ways to go. And possibly last year, or if you haven't yet moved, there's a strong possibility that you're going to have a change of residence. So probably, now Jupiter has been in your fourth house since last April. And so the whole year of 2023, there's a strong possibility that there was a big change to your residence. Maybe you've moved, maybe you've renovated your home, changed your home, people moved in, people moved out. And if you haven't any of those things, then it's still a very strong possibility all the way till May 1st. And another thing is, you're going to find that this is a time that you become closer to family, closer to your mother, because the fourth house represents family and mother. But another thing that concerns you is your sense of security. So security is paramount, and you're going to do all sorts of things that help give you this sense of security, whether it is protection, whether it is something to do with getting insurance policies. This is what I find Jupiter in the fourth house does. And it makes you feel better about your residence, your security, your happiness. As a matter of fact, the fourth house deals with happiness. And another thing, if you've been thinking about buying a car, a vehicle, this is the time. Jupiter being in your fourth house will give you the opportunity to find a good deal on cars and transportation. This is the time to do it. So let's consider the fact that you have had Saturn this whole past year and this coming year of 2024 in your second house. So Saturn in the second house tells me you've been doing a lot to make sure your financial situation is in order, that there's security and stability there. You've been highly responsible when it comes to savings and money. This is really important. And of course, being a Capricorn, you well know that is of utmost importance to feel secure financially. Now, after all of your planning and doing really well with your finances, another thing that I see is in the area of family, you have had a major responsibility. There's been someone that you've had to look after, someone you've had to take care of, and you're doing a good job, but it has been pretty heavy. It's been very heavy. You feel responsible. You feel that you are the one that has to make the plans to make sure everyone's safe, everyone's fine, and you've been doing a lot, maybe even spending a lot of money to help others in your family, taking care of them. That might be part of the financial drain. Because I am getting with Saturn in your second house, there's a financial drain. Things have been tough on you concerning family, but you know you can do it, and you're more than happy to take care of everyone, as Saturn's here in your second house in the sign of Aquarius, very strong. And actually, your sense of responsibility, taking care of others, has enormously increased. Now, Rahu is now in your third house, and Ketu is in your ninth house. Rahu in the third, you've had so much inspiration to want to learn new things, study new things, take classes, courses that expand your knowledge and information, and your ability to connect with others is amazing. So you have been really hardcore when it comes to your communication skills. Maybe you've decided it's time to write, to get some writing done, do some writing. It's going to work out well. You feel like you have to express yourself deeply, profoundly, and more through communications, possibly with writing skills, possibly with how you connect to other people through the internet. Maybe you've decided it's time for you to start teaching. This is a sign for teaching, but one way or another, your creative talents in the way of expression and communications has stepped up enormously. And it's time for you to maybe do that blog, maybe write that article, maybe send those emails where you connect with others more profoundly, deeper, and you express yourself, especially your heartfelt emotions, to others during this time. And if you have brothers or sisters, you're going to find that you're connecting more with them. Now, it may be not as easy because, you know, Rahu is a malefic planet. So you're being forced to connect with them more. And maybe there's disagreements more. And there can be some separation. But one way or another, siblings will come into your path more so. Now, another thing is, I'm seeing where you're going to be traveling more. There's going to be where you're going to be possibly and probably more in the car, on the road. So maybe now you have to do a commute. You're going back and forth. Maybe even visiting a sibling that might need your help, or maybe that you're connected more with to help them. So I see a lot going on with connections with siblings, and maybe even separation from siblings. Maybe something's come up, maybe they move away, you're not in contact as much, but it seems like there is an issue with the sibling. Now, with Ketu being in your ninth house, you can't get enough of learning more about the spiritual truths, your philosophies. You're reading more about spirituality, philosophy, and the most important thing to you during this time is finding your truth. So that may entail you taking classes, doing things that you have never done before in terms of expanding your knowledge. And you might find, if you have been in school, which this being Rahu and Ketu across 3-9, you're wanting to learn more. You're wanting to take classes. You're reading more. But there might be a teacher that you have to possibly cut ties with, or maybe a teacher that just doesn't understand you in school and you're frustrated. But this also extends to your father. So if your father's still around, you might find that there's a disconnect with him, or that there's just something that you're not in agreement with, or there can be a decline in his health. So make sure that you're checking on your father. If he has any aches or pains, make sure he gets it checked out. Very, very important. And maybe he's at the point where there's retirement, but there's a big change in your father's life this year. Another thing is going to school and traveling. Traveling to learn things is very important. And maybe going away to a school, that's very important. But most of all, your quest is for learning new knowledge and spirituality, and most of all, finding your truth. You're going to find that a lot of your belief systems do change enormously this year. So coming to May and June, there's going to be an enormous change for you, because now I'm seeing where Jupiter is going to go into your 5th house from the 4th house. And as it goes into the 5th house, you're going to find that your ideas, your creativity really open up. This is the time that I see a big creative change with Rahu in your 3rd house, igniting you to want to learn more, to write, to express yourself more. And by the time of May, now this is May of 2024 through May of 2025, that Jupiter is in the 5th house. And this really expands creative ideas. This is the year of creative expression. And actually the 5th house is said to be the house of authorship. So if there's been a book, something you've been thinking about writing, now is the time. And like I said, remember this is May of 2024 through May of 2025. And you're going to get ideas that just spark your interest. Suddenly, incredibly, you're going to have these flashes of insight, of creative insight. And it's time, if you've been thinking about new businesses, this represents a time of ingenuity and starting new things in terms of businesses. So this is a time of entrepreneurs come to life and create new types of businesses. So your ideas, put them into action. They will be successful. And I know with Saturn in your 2nd house, you're much more conservative. So you're not going to be taking any unrealistic risks. So I believe your creative endeavors will be very, very successful because they're grounded, but they're part of new ideas that are extremely futuristic. Remember, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction together will create ingenious ideas and flashes of creativity and insight. Make sure you write them down. Get a hold of them, because they are, I want to say, on the cutting edge. You know, so many times you've come up with new ideas. Now it's time to put them into action because they'll work. And the future is all part of new ideas and new things. Now, if you've been wanting to expand your family, have another child, this is probably the time. Jupiter in the 5th house. The 5th house is children. It can mean expansion and opportunities to expand and bring someone else into the family, a new baby. Remember, it can also represent your new baby in terms of a business idea. So there's new births, new awakenings in your life. But if you're wanting to have a child, this is the year that it should be the most prominent and most popular. Now, if you don't want to get pregnant, you better be careful, because this could be a surprise that possibly would be joyful, but maybe not intended. Now, another thing the 5th house can deal with is children, of course. So your children that you do have, if you have children, you should know that they're going to do really, really well this year. They're going to get accolades, awards, they'll get into the schools they want. Things are going well for them. They're optimistic and opportunities are going to be presented to them. So take advantage of all of these new opportunities for your children. If they want to go to a different school, then this will be their opportunity to do so. And it will be the greatest opportunity for them. Even coming together with new friends, new groups, your children will do well. And you will as well. This is Jupiter in the 5th. You'll attract new friendships, new people, and possibly even meet them through your children. So be aware of that. This is an amazing time. Jupiter in the 5th opens the door to so many new possibilities. Your creativity is stellar. You're ready to create. You feel excited about it. Your children are doing well, and it is an opportunity to have another child as well whilst Jupiter sits in your 5th house. One more thing, it is a time of investing in investments. With Saturn in the 2nd house, I know your investments will do well. They will not be too extreme or too radical, or I know you won't be taking unnecessary risks, so you'll be successful. So that covers everything I want to say about Capricorn for the new year of 2024. Now, if this has inspired you to want to learn Vedic astrology, I just want you to know that I am starting semester 1, February 7th. So if this has been something you've been thinking about, go to my website, universityofvedicastrology.com, and become my student. Thank you.